Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of AB in the Films. It's been almost 3 months since the last AB in the Films episode, but now that heavy duty is over, I can move on to other things, like talking about the new Seth MacFarlane comedy, A Million Ways to Die in the West. Alright, I gotta say, this is the movie I've been looking forward the most as of right now, with the films that are out. Yeah, I'm really, like I've said before on the show, I'm not a big comic book fan. I haven't seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2, haven't seen X-Men, don't want to see Godzilla. I've heard good things about these movies, but I really don't have any intention to see them. This is the movie I wanted to see so badly. So you can pretty much find out a lot from me, what I want to see at the movies. But anyway, did I like this movie? Yes, I did. I hate to compare it to Seth MacFarlane's last film, Ted, because I think this is MacFarlane's second film as a director. Personally, I think Ted, it was funnier. This one, I mean, it's still funny. There's a lot of stupid, funny moments in it. I mean, if you're a Seth MacFarlane fan like I am, you know, you watch Family Guy, you've seen his stuff, you pretty much have an idea of what you're going to go in to see with this. I liked it a lot. I thought it was dragging at some parts here and there, which I will get into later with this review. But the one thing that I really, really did like about this is that it's the first time I've really seen Seth MacFarlane act as an actor. You know, I mean, like in Ted, I mean, yeah, he did the voice of Ted, but we don't really see him as Seth MacFarlane. He plays Albert. He owns a sheep farm with his family, and he's, you know, the everyday average guy. He hates the West. There's so many times throughout the movie when he's basically putting himself down about how much he hates the frontier, and he keeps wanting to move away to San Francisco because Amanda Seyfried, I think you pronounce her name, she dumped him, and he's upset about that. I really liked him in this. I thought he was pretty good. I thought he whines I think he whines way too much about him losing his girlfriend, but you can argue it's part of the character, I guess, but that goes on way too long in the movie. But it still works. Charlize Theron, I think you pronounce her name. I'm terrible with pronouncing these names. I really liked her character as Anna. I really did. I like how she teaches him. The whole, I think 5 to 10 minutes of her teaching Albert how to shoot a gun. Because he can't fire at all. He's terrible. He's never fired a gun before. That whole montage, most of it's given away in the trailers, obviously, but it's so funny. I was laughing so hard to that. Neil Patrick Harris, loved him in this, really did. I think How I Met Your Mother was still going on when they filmed this, because I don't know if this was part of the character or not, but I just kept seeing Barney Stinson. There's actually a moment in this movie where Foy is Neil Patrick Harris's character. Foy and Albert are getting into a fight or something at the fair, and there's a moment when he's challenging him to a gunfight and everything, and he gets in his face and he goes, "Challenge accepted," and I'm immediately thinking of Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. I don't know if that was planned or what. I don't know, but that was a good, nice wink to How I Met Your Mother, if that was intentional. Yeah, I mean, I really, really like this. Liam Neeson, of course, is a badass in this. He's the villain. He's pretty good. I don't want to give too much away in this, but, yeah, it's just so funny. I mean, there's a lot of jokes in this that work really well. The one scene that I guess I can talk about, I'm not giving anything away here. This is in the promotional TV spots. It's been on Facebook. They do a little wink to Back to the Future Part 3, I guess, because it takes place in the West, with Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown. And, you know, and it's little jokes like that makes me just remind myself of how much I love Seth MacFarlane and what he does in his shows and his movies, and basically what he does with comedy. It's just too funny. One of my I will say this though, I really like. I can't say too much about their characters, but oh my god, what was his name? I can't think of his name in the movie. Giovanni Ribisi, I think you pronounce it. Yeah, his relationship with Sarah Silverman was one of the highlights of this movie. Every time they were on screen, I loved watching these two work off each other. Considering what Sarah Silverman does, as we all know, she's a she's a whore, I guess, in the movie. But that whole thing was funny. This was a really, really funny movie. I think I might go back to see this again with some of my friends. Yeah, really funny, entertaining. I don't know how long this movie was. It felt like it went on a little too long. I mean, I think this movie's like maybe 2 hours or so. I don't know how long, but it felt like 2.5. I mean, just when you thought the movie was over, it just kept going. Like throughout the whole movie, they're basically building up that Albert is going to get into a gunfight with Foy, who's Neil Patrick Harris, and right when that goes wrong, Liam Neeson shows up, and the movie keeps going for like another maybe 35 or 40 minutes. I don't know. That's how long it felt. It was still funny, but I don't know. I felt like it went on a little too long, in my opinion. But it was still worth the money I paid to see. Is it one of the funniest comedies of the year so far? Yeah, I mean, like, I've seen Neighbors. I thought Neighbors was pretty funny. I think that's the only comedy I've seen so far. I mean, I'll have to wait for 22 Jump Street, I guess, to go see that. But yeah, I definitely recommend this movie. Yeah, I think you guys should go check it out, A Million Ways to Die in the West. Really funny. Seth MacFarlane does not disappoint. So, yeah, I say go see it, and I will see you guys in the next review. Later.